Greetings to your declining country. Before we get to the docs, let's have a smile that Wasserman Shultz, pressed for her corruption, has made a deal and disregarded the bullshit Russian hack narrative.
Let me just be very clear. At no point during my tenure at the DNC was I contacted by the FBI, DHS, or any government agency, or alerted or made aware that they believed that the Russians, an enemy state, was intruding on our network.
The Council on Foreign Relations was created by the same Warburg, Rockefellers and Rothschild banking cartel that created the Federal Reserve. They make up half of upper government. Considering the Trilateral Commission which came out of them and the Bilderburg Group they fed into make up 3/4 THS of upper government, there is obviously some overlapping. They created the IMF, the World Bank, and little skirmishes like Vietnam. These are the banksters in control.
Get a lot of advice from the council, so this will mean I won't have this far to go to be told what we should be doing and how we should think about the future.
What we should be doing and how we should think about the future? Gee, Hillary, you're really letting the cat out of the bag there.
Bush, Cheney, Volcker, Clinton. If you know an asshole, they're probably in the Council on Foreign Relations. Which brings us to the asshole of the day, David Petraeus. A distinguished CFR and Bilderburg idiot whose war crimes and stupidity include such crimes as arming the Sunnis in Iraq, drone striking tons of civilians, and the sort of idiocy in the management of Afghanistan which spurred the comedy drama War Machine on Netflix. He and his CFR lackey Matthew Pottinger.
I would suggest that if you ask the families of the 2,000 U.S. service people who were killed in Afghanistan in what is bound to be a fool's errand, or if you ask the people that were killed in Iraq unnecessarily, if you talk to the people who were tortured in Iraqi prisons with Petraeus looking the other way, you would get quite a different answer.
In fact, talking at colleges has been a bit of a downer for Petraeus, because there are educated people there.
This is General Petraeus. He's a coward. He's over manslaughter right here.
You disgusting imperialist! You're nothing but a disgusting imperialist!
You will let that, right? You will! Nope, you the media! Piece of shit! We're here!
Blood all over you, I can
You
smell
scumbag!
You're watching you now, you piece of shit!
Cheney is the CFR asshole who decided to surveil the American people, but Petraeus is the one who got all excited about In-Q-Tel, a CIA tech arm, and started surveilling us through smart appliances.
Earlier this month, CIA Director David Petraeus painted a picture of America's dystopian freefall when describing the emergence of the Internet of Things. The phrase refers to an increasing amount of personal information Washington will eventually be able to obtain once all home electronics are wired to a network.
U.S. intelligence officials estimate that by 2020, up to 100 billion ordinary devices, such as refrigerators and dishwashers, could be wired up to the internet, just the way PCs and cell phones are now. That bottomless pit of data could allow Big Brother to monitor virtually anything it wants. Even the CIA director says the very idea of secrecy will change forever. Marina Portnaya, RT, New York.
He is truly an idiot. For example, he got distracted by a hot writer and had an extramarital affair which is against the law, acting as the CIA director. He was using Gmail. A CIA director using Gmail. He then stole 8 books of top-secret military intel and gave it to the writer for her sex magic. What happened to this betrayer of American security? He paid a small fine and went to run a global investment firm. Edward Snowden, which gave us good intel which did not put the country at risk, is exiled. And this asshole got promoted. Thank God. He did not become Secretary of State as Trump was considering. Destroy the Earth. Tyson is an upgrade from this chump. But that leaves Pottinger, who got the CFR award for being a super prick and is now in national security. He has taken his knowledge of China to fulfill a trilateral agenda of getting in conflict with China while we're distracted by Iran and North Korea. But the Trump administration did get Katie McFarland off of national security, who is a Caspar Weinberger and Henry Kissinger prodigy.
Okay, one option, and what you don't want to have happen, which unfortunately I think is what will ultimately happen, is you don't want to be faced with two choices. Bomb Iran or let Iran get the bomb.
She got sent to another country like Trilateral Kenny Juster. Enjoy Singapore, you waste. She was a pick from Michael T. Flynn, the Trilateral job provider. Madman McMasters is an upgrade. Michael is gone, but his fucked up staff picks still make our national security scary at best. McMaster also got rid of David Kettler, another globalist, and told him to get a real job. It's a glimmer of hope, but still deep state is entrenched in upper government. You will find a docs for further information and research in the paste bin under the video. We only put half of the CFR docs in because it's so extensive. It gets a lot worse. We will not forgive. We will not forget. Expect us.